Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Ken and Monica of Penobscot Theatre Company, and they're here to talk about their latest show, The Christmas Carol. Guys, thanks for coming in this morning.
Our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Great.
So, can you each tell what characters you're doing? It's obvious for you, Ken.
Yeah, unfortunately, yes, I'm definitely Scrooge. Have been for many times.
Yeah.
And great to come back to it again.
Yeah.
Monica?
And for me, I'm Christmas Present.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. And I mean, before we move on, I wanted to make a point. It's the juxtaposition of us having Scrooge on following Santa last hour just cracks me up. I love it. The balance is lovely.
Well, you do have to balance it. He's all jolly, and time to get down to reality here with old Scrooge. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Monica, can you explain a little bit? Christmas Present, for those of us who know the story of the Christmas Carol, we may not be expecting someone as you to play the Christmas Present. What's that like?
Yeah, it's interesting, definitely, because it's meant for like an adult giant, and
Right.
I'm not that big.
Yeah.
But it's also really fun to play with, you know, because you can really see and experience these things. I guess
They're kind of outside of you.
it's fun. It's a bit of a challenge.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and along that line, to follow that, there's a lot of renditions of the Christmas Carol. And can you talk a little bit about how...
Yeah, well, this is a relatively new adaptation done by Lavina Yadwali. It's been done by two theaters right now, Penobscot Theatre here in Maine and the Guthrie Theatre in Minneapolis.
Yep.
But the two different productions are, even though it's the same script, all come from Dickens' words, but they have different takes on the show. The one at the Guthrie Theatre has a cast of 40 and all that sort of thing. We have a cast of 12 and are doing a much more of an ensemble version of the show, which is very creative. I don't want to give anything away, but the opening moments of the show are a great deal of fun and not what you expect. There are many ways to say Marley was dead to begin with, but the way we started is very unique and unusual, and we love the audience's reaction, and they love going on this kind of new ride to Dickens' Christmas Carol. But the story is the same. You've got the three ghosts, past, present, and future, and you watch Scrooge go through the different parts of his life, and finally, we hope he becomes a much nicer person by the end.
I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's one of my favorite Christmas stories, the Christmas Carol, and every rendition I've seen, I've always been like, this is awesome, every time. But Monica, I'm looking forward to see your character, especially because the range required of that character. You're jolly. It's sometimes, I mean, in some renditions, downright scary. So, like, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, and you're so sweet right now, but I know you have it in you.
Oh, yeah. We have some great scenes together. She lets me have it.
Yeah,
I mean, she really does.
Good.
It's great fun.
Yeah. Oh, so ticketing information, where can people go?
And please do reserve quickly, because the show has been selling pretty well.
I'm glad.
We've been open for a while. We play through December 24th. Phone number is 942-3333. And the website is penobscottheatre.org.
Amazing. And I'll link that when I post this on foxbangor.com.
Great, wonderful.
Yeah.
But this is the 50th anniversary of the Penobscot Theatre.
Yeah.
And audiences for quite some time have been saying, bring back A Christmas Carol is what they wanted to see. And it's back, and we're having a great time with it. And the audiences have been there with us. And you just love the story. It's been adapted in so many different ways, but we know the story, and we want to revisit again year after year. And Christmas Carol turns 180 years old this year. 180 years.
You're quite jolly for a Scrooge.
Oh, I know, because
you're enthusiastic.
I try and get my jollies out early in the day, because when I have to go on stage, it's all blah.
Guys, thank you for joining us.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Of course, we'll send it over to Devin Biggs for a look at that full forecast.